So, why I am deciding to officially stop doing YouTube? This will be like a quicker video just because I feel like this is a quick realization. But as I'm going throughout this week and such, and I'm loving what I'm doing, I'm getting things done, I'm writing, you know, I realized two very distinct problems, two very things that I was doing, and two things that I feel like it's easy for us to do in general, especially in the, what is this, Western Hemisphere, the Americas, and so on and so forth. But this is two things. The first thing is that I feel like I was going out of order. I feel like it's easy for us to go out of order and for us to like skip to the quote unquote good part, want to skip to the part where people are noticing us, want to skip to the part where we get praise, want to skip to the part where we build up a fan base, want to skip to the part where we're making riches, making a lot of money. We want to skip to the results that we see other people have. We want to skip to the fruit that we see other trees producing, but we don't take the time to actually plant the tree and allow the roots to grow and allow the tree to take its time being strong and healthy and produce the fruit in due season. And I feel like that's something I was trying to do with this, or trying to avoid that process I was trying to avoid. I feel like that was something I was trying to shortcut with this, right? It's like, okay, yes, I want to write this book, but I also want to already have like a a base of people who are going to be ready to read it when it comes out. And yes, that's understandable, but as you guys see, I'm going through a whole journey of self-development, of becoming the person who can finish a book, let alone get it published, let alone make it a bestseller, right? And I feel like for me, it's definitely too early to try and skip to the point where other people are seeing me. It seems like in this season, it's going to be a lot of taking the time to do things and not tell anybody. Taking the time to do things without other people seeing. Taking the time to just focus on the character and on the person I'm becoming in this journey, instead of trying to teach other people or connect with other people in that way. And so, what are y'all thoughts? Because I'm not necessarily saying that that is like a fact of something that I shouldn't be doing, but it just feels like it on my behalf. And I know there's definitely, for me, I like to skip. I like to skip, and my mind becomes so focused on the end result that I skip over or rush through the process, the journey. And I know that is important to not do. Another thing that I've noticed I'm doing, which I think it's easy for some of us to do, is focusing more on quantity versus quality. When you are writing a book or committing to anything, right, where you have to build a foundation for it, you're doing a lot of work that isn't immediately bringing results. You're doing a lot of behind the scenes work that no one else is going to see you do. Nobody else knows how much time and energy and effort you're putting in it, And because of that, sometimes it feels like you're not doing enough. Sometimes it feels like you need to be doing something right now, which is also part of that skipping to the quote unquote good part, right? But you feel like you have to do something right now that people are going to see, that makes you feel like you're getting a result, right? So you have the thing that you know you're supposed to be doing, but then you add in something else that isn't necessarily important, but will feel more like immediate results, right? Through that, we get into this pattern of focusing on quantity versus quality. How many people can see us do things? How many things can we be doing so that it seems like we are busier than what we are, right? Or how many things do we need to be doing for other people to be impressed? So we start adding on more things, and then the quality of what we're supposed to be doing gets compromised. But not even just that. We get burned out from doing all of these things that aren't even bringing that many results. But if we focus fully on the things of quality, then we would get the same results and more by doing less. It's the concept of leveraging, it's the importance of leveraging, right? That we need to really get back into. And that's the one thing that I'm focusing on and that I'm going to start loving the concept of, and that is getting more effective results by doing less. But you can only do that by focusing on quality instead of quantity. But the best thing about this is that God always gives you direction. God always gives clarity. God gives you the steps to do. So it's more so about, are we going to trust God in this process and be obedient to what He told us to do? Or are we going to move on our own understanding and make ourselves busy with all of these other things that aren't even going to give us as effective results? God's direction may look different. It may look scary. It may stretch us. It may not look immediately effective, but it will bring us greater results when we commit to it than any of our ideas ever could, because He is all knowing. He knows how it'll play out. He knows what is needed. He knows the future. So commit to quality instead of quantity. Trust God, and let's continue to focus on building that foundation. Focus on letting those roots grow. Focus on planting and tending to the tree versus trying to skip to the fruits. And so this is my temporary goodbye from YouTube as I focus on becoming the person that I want to see. So best to everyone on their journey of becoming, and thank you for joining me. Bye.